In this video, we're going to cover equations with brackets. So for equations with brackets, expand the expressions and then solve as usual. So my preferred method of expanding brackets is to use arrows. So as you can see, there's 3 outside the front of a bracketed x plus 5. I have drawn arrows going from the 3 to each term on the inside. Each arrow represents multiplication. The values inside the bracket are multiplied by the outside bracket. So 3 times x gets us 3x, and 3 times 5 gets us 15. We will now solve some questions. Again, I want to draw arrows, that's my preferred method. So I draw an arrow going from the 2 to the x first. And then I draw an arrow going from the 2 to the 3. I know each arrow represents multiplication, so 2 times x gets me 2x, and then 2 times 3 gets me 6. At this point, it's a regular equation. I want to get rid of the number by itself first, and we're left with 2x equals 2. I then need to remove the 2 away from the x. Remember, it's 2 times x, so we divide by 2. X equals 1. Again, start by drawing your arrows. And remember, each arrow is multiplication, so 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 4, because remember there's a negative out the front, so 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, equals 15. Again, it's at this point, it's a regular equation. We plus 12 to both sides. And then we need to divide by 3. Here we have one more example. Draw your arrows to show how you're expanding the brackets. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 1 is 6. Equals 3x plus 3. We have variables on both sides, so I'm going to start by getting rid of the 6 first. We're left with 6x equals 3x minus 3. I then want to remove the 3x. Remember, we're moving the 3 and the x together, so it's minus 3x. And finally, we divide by the 3. X equals negative 1. To end this video, we'll do a quick recap. Remember, when you have equations brackets, you expand the expressions and then solve as usual. Again, my preferred method is the arrows, and each arrow represents multiplication, and the values inside the bracket are multiplied by the outside bracket. Be careful when multiplying negative numbers. Remember, a negative times a negative forms a positive, and a negative times a positive forms a negative. It's very important that you remember not to make silly mistakes there and take your time when answering questions.